Welcome to this week's edition of the Weightlifting Platform, where we all face the same foe in the world of weightlifting. That foe is gravity. The Weightlifting Platform is brought to you by the Panamerican Weightlifting Federation. I'm your host, Richard Mason. On this week's show, we'll talk with one of the greatest weightlifters to wear a Serbian singlet. We'll have a tip of the week where we'll discuss delicious weightlifting fuel and our regular feature, Good to Know. We'll take a look at one of the silver screen connections with our sport. But first, here are the headlines. Panamerica has a new World Championship medalist. It's been announced Fernando Reis of Brazil has been promoted to the bronze medal in the plus 109 kilo session at the 2018 World Championships held in Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. Jangabek Rustam was subsequently disqualified. That bumped Reis up to the podium. More developments at the Tokyo Olympics as they get closer. The organizers, in cooperation with the International Olympic Committee and the International Paralympic Committee, have announced foreign fans will not be allowed into the venues to watch competitions as ticket holders. Non-Japanese volunteers are also being told they'll not be able to help at the games. It's all in an effort to keep COVID out of the country and the venues to make this event as safe as possible. The Olympic flame will be lit in Tokyo in the middle of July, but the qualification road for the world's weightlifters is still changing. The final qualifying competition right now on the calendar is mid-May in Colombia, as the athletes will take to the platform for the Senior South American and Ibero-American Championship in Cali. And as athletes prepare with their squat racks and lifting blocks, many countries, including the United States and the Dominican Republic, are targeting their athletes as early recipients of the vaccines for COVID-19. Vaccines don't prevent you from getting a disease, but they do give your body a head start in fighting it before you're exposed. And those are today's headlines. Now, good to know. Did you know that Toshiyuki Sakata was a silver medalist for the United States at the London Olympics in 1948? He totaled 380 kilograms in the three lifts. But it wasn't that Olympic success that made him well known. His heavy build attracted the people behind the James Bond films when they were looking for a sidekick to the villain in the movie Goldfinger. Despite not having any acting experience, he landed the role of Oddjob, throwing his dangerous bowler hat. He continued to have an acting career after that, including more films, TV, and commercial work. He was also a professional wrestler. Sakata passed away in 1982, and now that's good to know. Time to talk. Joining us now is a man that's pretty easy to say is Serbia's strongest. He's been competing internationally for almost a decade, starting with the Youth World Championships in 2013 in Tashkent. He's been a medalist at European Juniors, Junior Worlds, gold medalist at World Universities, and has a Youth Olympic Games silver medal. Welcome to the show, Tamas Kajdoci. First, tell me how you first got involved in weightlifting. Welcome.
So I started weightlifting because my father was a weightlifter also in his younger times. Then after that, me and my brother also got to know he was doing weightlifting. He did weightlifting. We asked him to bring us down to the gym for to try weightlifting. And somehow we just stayed there because we really loved the other athletes there. The coach was great, so we somehow stayed there.
Is your brother a lifter as well?
Yes, we are both still competing, training together.
Fantastic. Now, was there ever any opportunity for you to be coached by your father? Is that something that he was interested in, or is it something that you were interested in?
I think it was no. My father wasn't my coach. I think it was a better weight like this, not to mix up the family things and the trainings. So, but I had a really good coach at my young ages. I learned everything from him. He was my coach for 14 years. He just got retired, so I can say he taught me everything.
Good. Now you're still relatively young. You're in your early 20s, and as a plus 109 kilo athlete, those athletes tend to get stronger even older. Like you're not limited by your youth. In fact, you're going to get a lot stronger. Do you have any career goals in your head? What weights you think that you'll be capable of during your lifetime?
Yes, I have goals. My main goal is to compete at the Olympic Games, hopefully this year in Tokyo. And after that, I think I just want to break my own personal bests, which were 180 kilos in snatch and 225 in clean and jerk. And also that's my goal to break those records and even to lift some more.
And as I said, as a relatively younger super heavyweight athlete, London or not London, Paris and Los Angeles aren't out of the question either.
No, those are still in my plans to compete at, but that is a way down the road. I think we have a couple of more years for that.
Perfect. Now, I don't want to talk about politics. It's not really my thing. I'm older than you and live far away from your part of the world. But your part of the world has evolved politically to what we now know today, and there's been some difficulties as anywhere. Did any of that have any impact on you as an athlete?
For me personally, not. Maybe for my father. In his time, he had a few difficult years, but just as you said, we don't want to talk about politics in this show.
Perfect. Now, how does your life work? Are you training? Are you going to school? Are you working? Or does your federation have the opportunity for you to be a full-time athlete at a training center?
I just graduated college last year. So right now I'm thank you. Right now I'm half time an athlete, half time I found a job for myself because I really love both things, and I don't want to miss any of it.
Now, are you how's the COVID situation impacted? Has it hurt your ability to train, be able to be with your coaches, anything? Has that had a negative impact on your ability to get ready for Tokyo or beyond?
Yes, it was pretty hard last year. We had to close our gym. We wasn't able to train there, but we managed to bring some weights to our homes and train at home. And I think we did the best for ourselves to keep in training to get prepared for the competitions.
Are you ready for Moscow? This is probably your next meet, Moscow, the championships there.
Yes, I am ready. I'm training, still training with my brother. Both of us are preparing for Moscow. That's in 2 weeks. So I hope I will be ready, and I am ready.
Now, do you have a number that you need to hit to be on the Tokyo list, or are you already there and you're just kind of protecting your spot?
There is no exact number I have to hit. I will try to do my best to get a much better classification after the Europeans. So I will hope I have my spot on the Olympic Games.
Well, we wish you best of luck in Moscow and subsequently Tokyo, Los Angeles, Paris, wherever we see you on the platform. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Now time for our On the Clock segment. Stick around. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put you on a 1-minute clock. You're used to those, hopefully, and ask you some questions just to get to know you better. Not some of it's weightlifting related, some of it's not. Are you ready? Now, in
Yes.
3, 2, 1. What's your best weight, highest weight you've ever lifted?
It was 180 kilos in snatch and 225 in clean and jerk.
Best advice a coach has ever given you?
Oh, it's a hard one. Don't miss it.
There you go. What is your hobby? Do you have a hobby outside of weightlifting?
I pretty much fishing. I like to go fishing with my brother.
Favorite city you've ever competed in so far, outside of your home country?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. 3 words that best describe the personality of a weightlifter. 3 words.
Strength, motivation, and speed.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
New Zealand.
That's a fun answer. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to help us. We very much appreciate it. Now it's time for the tip of the week. You can't train, you can't compete on an empty stomach. Here's Canada's athlete and coach, David Samayoa, with some fuel for moving kilos.
Hi, my name is David Samayoa, and I'm here to share what I like to eat before a workout. So when I'm getting ready for a workout, I look for 3 things. Number 1, it's easily digestible. Number 2, easy to make. And number 3, it has to taste great. So I go with a classic fruit smoothie with some vanilla protein powder. I use the Diesel brand, and it has the Informed Choice logo, which means that it is third-party tested for banned substances. And I use some frozen berries, so it's a mix of strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. And of course, a banana, which is high in potassium, which is great for muscle health and to aid your muscle contractions. So let's put it all together. Start with 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder. I like 1 cup of frozen berries. And 1 banana. Let me add about a cup of water. Screw on the lid and we pop it in the blender. And there we go. There we have it. So 30 grams of protein, 40 grams of carbs, a great pre-workout snack. I hope this helps to fuel your workouts.
That's why I'm not a weightlifter. That looked to me like it needed ice cream and probably some chocolate sauce. Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of the Weightlifting Platform, brought to you by the Pan American Weightlifting Federation. If you like what you see, bookmark us here on YouTube. You can also like the IWF on Facebook or tweet out to the IWF at IWFNET on Twitter. I'm Richard Mason. Good lifting.